Rise up, women, rise up, and I will hold you. Rise up, women, rise up, and I will hold you. The women of Ireland have spoken, a curse of silence been broken. Now the voice is led through the light. Give us choices to regain our rights. The women of Ireland have spoken. A repeal of the 8th has hearts opened. Now the voices of the past must be healed. Their story is gently revealed. As we honor women before us, all the women silenced in shame. Abuses went undetected, suffering her middle name. No space to grieve the atrocities, no place to speak. The female was meek, now she rises strong. Our duty has come, reclaim the power of Mother Earth song. The women of Ireland have spoken, a curse of silence been broken. Now the voice is led through the light. Give us choices to reclaim our rights. To honor women before us and the suffering they have known. We need a place to remember these women are not alone. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. Rise up, women, rise up, and I will hold you. Rise up, women, rise up. And I will hold you.
Hello, we're in the hot tub with Liam O'Whaley. How you doing?
I am warming up now.
Yep.
Yeah.
Living life.
Living the dream here.
Great. So you're playing a gig with us today.
Yeah.
Willowbrook Whispers again.
Yeah.
How you feeling?
Brilliant. It's lovely. I came last night, so I had, I got a taste of the place, and up early this morning, had a nice walk. Beautiful, beautiful country around here.
Yeah.
Yeah, looking forward to just playing to the local people.
Yeah, brilliant. So I've got a few questions for you.
Right, so...
So my first question is, your parents are Gaelgers, you grew up in a house with speaking Irish all the time. Have you seen a revamp of the Irish language in the last year?
In the last year?
Yeah, well, a few years.
Well, I have actually. I present a programme on our Radio na Gaeltachta, and it's just trad musicians of Ireland, really. But the amount of musicians from any part of the country who have Irish now, and the same people back in when I was younger wouldn't have had Irish, or they wouldn't have spoken it.
Yeah.
Or something,
And kneecap's got a big thing to do with that as well.
Well, but this has been going on. I mean, I'm in that world.
Yeah.
So I speak it every day,
Yeah.
and I always have since I was, I was born in 1964, and grew up in Dublin, and I spoke mostly Irish for the first 12 years of my life, really,
Yeah.
even though I was in Dublin. My friends were in school, and we spoke English as well as Irish, but we did everything through Irish, and we competed, we created through Irish and that. So it was always there, and I always associated traditional music with the Irish language, because I think, well, everything's connected, and the land, the indigenous language of any land is a real treasure. It's a vibration. It's an energy.
Yeah. No, I can just see it with like fashion and like jewelry and stuff now, and all the artworks. Like, it seems to be quite a trendy thing now, which is brilliant.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it has, and it has had sort of peaks and troughs over the last 50, 60 years that I've been around. But there's people who don't want it.
Yeah.
There's people who don't like it.
Yeah. Do you think that's because they kind of grew up in a time when, there was a bit of abuse as well through education and...
Well, a colonial mindset.
Yeah.
They're victims of it, and they're people who kind of believe in it, or it's a model that makes money.
Yeah.
For the small amount of people.
Yeah.
A long time. It came to me when I needed it so bad. Long time. I wasn't ready. I wasn't down. Let me start at the beginning. When I first set eyes on you, I knew that you'd be the one that makes me feel like living, the one that makes me feel. You're the one that makes me feel like living. You're the one that makes me feel. When you speak, when you sing.
Okay, great. So your parents are from the west of Ireland and you grew up in Dublin. Have you always had a kind of a connection to the west of Ireland because of them?
My dad was from Cork and my mother's from Galway, and yes, completely. I mean, Ireland, the whole island really blows my mind. And because I'm a musician, I'm travelling. There's music from Leitrim, there's music from Roscommon, there's heroes from all counties in the world, geniuses, you know, in the country. And so I'm drawn to and privileged to stop off somewhere. And it might only be for a night, but at the same time, there's an exchange going on. You know, few songs are being sung and songs are being heard, and I'm being influenced by where I am, whether I know it or not.
Yeah, very good. So we spoke a little bit about this last night. As a band trying to promote yourselves like in the 90s, like what was that like? Because in this day and age, you need to have loads of music videos, you need to have at least a few thousand followers. Like, how did you get gigs like back in the day when you're just kind of starting out?
I don't know if it changed that much, except that there are other tools there, and there's always a mythology around what you should or shouldn't do. I think anyone who completely is committed to making music will find a way to make music.
Yeah.
It won't necessarily be Top of the Pops or, you know, selling loads of records. But if you dive in to making music and follow the originality of yourself and what you do, and that might mean I'm not even going to go to the social media. I'm not even going to go there.
Yeah.
It won't be what's expected, but music finds its own way. I think music and culture have their own karma, actually.
Yeah.
And music, the making of music, is a cultural thing, whether it's new music or roots music. And I always think new music comes from roots music anyway. Rock and roll came from Africa, Ireland, the Native American people, you know, the English language, all those different things came together to create what created this mad industry. But those who control industry and the super making of money out of music, that isn't always. They don't always have music best interests at heart. They're more interested in
the money.
A quick buck, and that's understandable. That's what they signed up for. But so for us, it was going to a place and asking the bartender, "Have you got a room that you don't use? You know that you might use for confirmations or for 21sts or that." And then using that room, you know, and getting a scene going where people are talking about each other, talking about it. But things are changed because people are just looking at the screen all the time. That probably does make a difference. But I think people, as long as people want to dance, that's important too.
Will I put my face to face with my conscience, coming to an understanding of myself, clean out all the old cobwebs, clean out the old books from the shelf. This song is inspired by a good man and it's true, too good for others, sing amazing grace to you, and it doesn't really matter if you all jumble up inside, as long as you know love is endless and the world is wide.
We can't forget that dancing is part of music.
Oh yeah, 100%. I love to dance. Okay, so last question, speaking of dancing, what song gets you pumped? Like, is there like a song you've been listening to for years, like always just gets you in a good mood, gets you excited about life? What's your go-to song for that?
Well, there isn't really one song, but like there'll be a number of Chic will always take away about 70% of any inhibition that I might have, and just it's fun, you know.
Yeah.
And it's so musical.
Yeah.
Chic and any funky music really, from sort of the 60s, 70s, 80s, and they're still making great music, great funky music. And any kind of music like that really moves me. But then the Bothy band, where Matt Malloy came from Ballaghaderreen.
Yep.
You know, there's great music everywhere, and I don't have a go-to, you know, but if I would be, I love Fela Kuti as well. I love the trance element of that music. Really, just, I love dance, you know, something to dance to is always good.
Yeah. Some of the beat.
And you know, when you know the musicians are dancing, whether they're moving or whether it's just in their heads, but there's a dance going on.
Yeah.
Tumani Diabate is from Mali. He plays the kora, which is like the harp, and that's just one instrument. Sometimes he might have another kora player with him. He's passed away only 2 years ago, but his music, you know, he sets a dance happening in your head.
Yeah, brilliant.
You can feel your head settling. You know, it's amazing, like Baroque or something.
Yeah, beautiful, great. Well, that's it. We're gonna just enjoy the hot tub for a little bit.
Yeah.
And we're looking forward to seeing you play this afternoon.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah.